What is up, everybody? It's King Kuntha, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how you guys can use a dungeon in order to make upwards of about 80 to 85k in only an hour, and you can do it solo. So it's super simple, super easy, and it is probably the most popular World of Warcraft gold farm, and I am not even joking when I say that. Today, everybody, if you do not already know where we are at, we're going to be teaching you how to farm troll people. Now, in order to farm these people, you have to come to Kalimdor. We are located in Tanaris, which is down here on the right, and we are right at the entrance to Zul'Farrak. Now, Zul'Farrak is an amazing, amazing instance, and it is amazing for a few reasons. Namely, because there are thousands of transmog pieces that can drop out of here, ranging all the way from about 1k gold all the way up to about 300k gold, depending on your server. So it's pretty insane. Now, before I go ahead and enter the instance, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know that it is highly recommended to have the chauffeur mount, because if you do have this mount, you're not actually going to be able to be dismounted by any of the mobs in the instance, and the mobs in the instance have tons of abilities that can constantly dismount you. So unless you are a druid in the guardian ability and you have that so that you're not able to be dismounted, and you also get the speed bonus. So ideally you either want to be a druid or have the chauffeur mount, and the chauffeur mount's only about 500 gold, and it can be bought at any of the heirloom vendors, so it's not super hard to get. So we're going to go ahead and enter the instance. Now, this instance is famous for tons upon tons upon tons of items. Now, I'm gonna, like, if I were to give you a list, actually, you know what, we will go ahead, we'll give you a little bit of a list.
Ironhide belt, jade greaves, robes of insight, black metal cape.
And those are only just some of the items that can drop in this farm. And just so you know, the best way to farm this is literally to run the entirety of the dungeon. So what I mean by that is, we go ahead and we enter this instance at this area right here. We are going to want to run this dungeon clockwise, as you can see this way. Now, when you do get to this zone, there are little mobs in these like little pits that you can hit and go ahead and spawn more mobs. I don't actually do that because I find it's too time consuming and kind of annoying. So really, all we do is we just start off like this. Now, the plus side to having the chauffeur mount is that they cannot dismount you, and you can actually run this instance over and over again. And this instance is notorious for giving people some runs they might actually get 4k, and then some runs people come out with 120k. And it seems to kind of be that way with this instance. Everybody that has farmed it with me and all the times that I have farmed it, I have almost realized that it's like, it's really weird. Like, you'll go in here and make 20k, you'll make 4k, you'll make 3k, and then all of a sudden you make 85, and it's pretty insane. Now, do remember, these are all transmog items, so they might take a little bit to sell, but you are going to definitely get some transmog pieces out of this instance. And the fact that you can literally run the entire thing so quickly, as I'm showing you right here, all you have to do is just pull them all behind this wall, as I'm doing here, and literally just wait for them. Now, it was kind of an issue back in the day that the mobs would just out-heal themselves because of the totems they can actually put down. So I generally wipe this first area and then I run through the entire instance again. Now, you are going to get a ton of mage weave and a ton of just other random crap that you might actually not even really need. So just be ready, have a vendor mount. If you have a vendor mount, that is probably the easiest way to do it. And also remember to make sure that you go ahead and exit combat completely before you go ahead and remount. As you can see, I am literally just going to run the entire thing clockwise. Now, because all the drops in this instance aren't actually dropping from some, well, it depends. Some of the bosses actually do drop some really high level transmog pieces, but for the majority of them, they seem to kind of only really be zone drops, and that's kind of how the jade pieces were intended to be originally. So it kind of makes more sense. I do not kill the bosses. Some people do, and they do drop transmog gear. I find it just takes a little bit too long for me to go ahead and actually worry about that, so I don't really actually kill any of the bosses myself. But I do go ahead and run the entire instance, as you can see I'm doing here, pulling more, and we ideally just want to pull the entire instance, clear it, run out, and reset it. If you do actually hit instance lock, I do not think you will, because I've never hit instance lock doing this dungeon. I've always run 10 times within an hour, but if for some way, shape, how you actually are able to hit instance lock, you can just run this on your other characters. I have never run into that issue, but I'm sure there are some speedrunner people out there, you know, rogues with ton of movement speed increases or something that can do this dungeon much faster than I can. But yeah, so that's really all I had for the dungeon aspect of it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut the video and I'm gonna talk about some changes and stuff that I'm gonna go ahead and plan on making to the channel. And yeah, so just some extra good stuff that really kind of pertains to the channel itself. And also we're gonna be talking about World of Warcraft Classic and all those good things. So if you are interested in any of that, stay tuned. And if you did find this video interesting and you're leaving now, well, thanks for watching. And yeah, so I'm going to cut the video now, and we will see you all in a more visually appealing place. Alright everybody, we are back after that cut. And I basically wanted to talk to you guys about some of the changes that are upcoming to the channel, and also some of the changes that are undergoing in World of Warcraft itself right now. So if any of you guys have even just taken a look at the market recently on your server or on any of the other servers, they've actually been down pretty low recently, and that's just due to where we're at in the expansion. We're kind of just waiting for new content. So I've been putting out more transmog farms for you guys, and I also forgot to disclose this in the video, but this farm is generally suited for people that are kind of starting transmog farming and don't have a ton of items on the auction house, because this farm isn't really intended for hunting high level or high value transmog pieces. This is more or less intended to bring you in items that can bring you about 20k a piece to about 15, even 10k a piece. But of course, when you accumulate those more and more over time, you're going to have more and more of a stock on the auction house, and chances are selling off them is going to be a little bit easier. So gold farmers have basically been using this farm for years, just to go ahead and stock up on transmog for their auction house. And since the chances are just that, chances, the prices have stayed the same pretty much for just years upon years. So this farm is definitely something that you guys should check out if you want to go ahead and put a ton of transmog pieces on the auction house quickly. I did forget to mention that, but I think you guys should probably know that. Also, just so you guys know, on the live streaming schedule that I've got set up right now, I am in the process of actually setting up my official Twitch page, as well as like you know, when I will be streaming and stuff like that, timers, countdowns, all that stuff. And I plan, hopefully, to have streaming out end of March-ish, around then. And I plan to be actually streaming about 4 times a week. So it'll definitely be something that'll be happening, and when I do actually start the streaming process, it will be on Twitch, just so you guys know. I'm not going to do it on YouTube, just because YouTube's just, they're YouTube, you guys know. And Twitch is just going to be a much easier platform for me to go ahead and do that to. Or do that for you guys. But I am kind of worried about the types of videos that I should stream. My ideas were, I planned on just streaming videos that would be me going mount farming mounts over and over again, high value mounts, or even just mounts in general, and also gold farming. Obviously, that will obviously be in there. And basically, I want to offer this as an opportunity for other people to go ahead and play the game with me. That means that fans like you guys will actually be able to join my server, Area 52 on US. So if you guys do want to go ahead and get a jump start or something like that, if you're not on this server, you want to migrate characters or something like that, but you actually will have the opportunity to play with me and farm gold with me in a group with me on World of Warcraft. So that's something I'm very excited to be able to bring to you guys. My audience in general, and just everybody else, because I know that people love watching live streams. I enjoy streaming with you guys, and also I look forward to the opportunity of finding new people to go ahead and play this game with, because, I don't know, it'll help me out equally, and it'll also help you guys out. So ideally, the streams will be for anybody to go ahead and join in, unless of course we are doing dungeon farming. I guess I can invite you to a group to that, but it would probably make no sense or whatever. But I know we will have tons of instant respawn farms that we will be doing, so if you guys ever want to join any of those, you guys will be able to check the stream when I'm streaming, and you guys will be able to come do farms with me. And of course, I will archive them all within Twitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and divulge that now. So if you do want to actually have a character to play with me on Area 52, I recommend you guys go ahead and start leveling one now, if that's something you want to do in the future. And yeah, so that's really all I had for this video. If you guys did like it, or it helped you out in any way, or anything along those lines, if you could leave a like or comment down below, that would really help me out. And also check out the links in the description, because I'm selling merch now, and I've got all that stuff down there as well if you're interested in that. And yeah, that's really it. It's been King Kunta, everybody, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I love you all very much. I'll see you all in the next video.